Well, folks, it looks like we have another molt from my Phrixotrichus scrofa, the Chilean copper. Looking fabulous. So we're going to give this one a drink, let it rehydrate itself. Alright. My Phrixotrichus scrofa turned out to be female, which I already suspected anyway. Well, we got another molt, the Ogocephala zindami, the Mozambique golden baboon, molted. So I'm going to pull that molt out and see if we could sex it too. Here's a rare appearance of my Ephebopus uatuman, the emerald skeleton, in a very grouchy mood. He or she, for some reason collapsed its own burrow. I guess doing some redecorating or something. And I had to look to make sure it was even still alive. And it is. It's kicking hairs and it's striking. Or at least, you know, threatening to strike. But the fangs are out. So yeah, I was going to give it a drink. And look at that. Flicking hairs like crazy. My goodness, we don't get to see this one very often. So who knows, maybe this one will be molting soon. I don't know. But it is indeed a rare appearance of that one. So just kind of give you a little look. I'd like for you to see all of her. But she's so cranky right now. I don't know if she'll let us. But I do want to see how, you know, I always like to check on my teas. But look at that. Oh boy. So here's a good look of her. Or he, like I said, I don't know the gender. And like I said, we rarely get to see this one, but look at that emerald, or the real beautiful green sheen on the abdomen there. I love the way these guys look. So yeah, this is the Ephebopus uatuman, the emerald skeleton. I don't really see these much in the hobby, but they're definitely lookers, that's for sure. So definitely in a very cranky mood. Of course, I just disturbed it, so, you know, it's definitely understandable. And now it's in a threat posture like your old world tarantula would look like. But this is a new world. But, yeah, I'm going to have to take a picture of that. So, yeah, I snapped a few shots before he or she decided to change positions. But maybe this one isn't pre-molt and is why it's getting a huge attitude like my Acimani did that time when it was on the verge of molting. You know, and it's totally changing like its burrow, so very cool to see an angry tea. Especially one you don't get to see very often. Let me take a picture of the backside too. That green is just awesome. And one more look. There's the backside of the uatuman. The Ephebopus are actually, the genus is definitely quite defensive. Very much like an old world. The Murinus is this way. And as you can see, the uatuman is too. First time this one's ever given me a threat posture, though. Beautiful. Alright, well, I think we've stressed her out enough. And I'm going to fill up the water dish, add a little moisture, and leave this one alone for a while. Alright. I'll do a little feeding of my Selena Cosmea obscura, the Borneo Rust. Usually has a strong appetite. Of course, the cricket's playing dead as soon as it's captured. Smart cricket. It definitely will eat it. This one, they eats like crazy. They like deep, damp substrate. And for this size tea, that's what it is. You know, it's a pet hole a lot, but it's also actually out and about quite a bit too. So that's nice. Alright. Well, guess who molted? My Brachypelma classy molted, the Mexican pink. There's the molt, and there's the tea. As soon as I opened up the enclosure, I said, you know, it sure does look different. And then I found the molt underneath that flower. I was like, aha! I have some potential bad news on my Euophyllus species red. You know, that's the smallest tarantula in my collection right now. And I've had that one for half a year, and to my knowledge, it has never molted. And I think it died. And if it died, it just happened not too long ago. So that really upsets me, because I've been wanting a Euophyllus, but it's a very tiny baby. So it's just one of those things where sometimes it's just you lose the tiny babies. And it just makes me sad, though, because I was really looking forward to having one of those. But I guess with the next one, I'll get a larger one. But the Brachypelma classy turned out real well, at least. So there we go. Here's my Ephebopus cyanognathus, the blue fang. It's out in the open this time. And it appears that the fangs are hardened up. So I think we'll give it a feed. Unfortunately, because of the way it's positioned in here, we can't really see the blue fang. But anyway, I'm gonna put a, let's see, maybe hold on a sec, let me find a good size prey here. I got a Maine Cricket here, got some carrot juice gore. This is from my Avicularia benetrix. That's pretty gross, isn't it? A lot of times I feed my crickets, oh, there you go, carrots. There, very nice attack there. Alright. Thought I'd go ahead and feed my Pamphobedius platyoma again. We all love to see the Pamphos eat, because they almost always readily eat. Doing fabulous. Alright. Here's my smaller Phonopelma seemani. That was a huge cricket. Not as big as these type get. This is the blue form. Oh, yeah, yes. I think my larger one's the brown form. Someone asked me recently. So yeah, this is the blue form, and the other one's a brown, I believe. Oh yeah. Look at that. Nuts. Alright, you enjoy. I'll leave you alone. Here's the Scolopendra subspineps. Gives you more of an idea of how long it is. There's my hand right there. So, it really gained some good weight. It definitely loves to eat. So that's great. I just wanted to show you because it's out in its full glory. Alright. I thought I'd do a little bit of handling today. Like I've said in previous videos, I do not handle my teas much. And then of course the ones I do handle, I'm very selective on which ones I handle and which ones I don't. I only handle new worlds on purpose. I have had old worlds accidentally escape onto my person before, but I don't purposefully handle old worlds. Because of the potency of their venom, and they're more defensive typically. And then some new worlds, though, I don't handle because they're just way too skittish or defensive. Some of them have huge appetites and very bitey because of that. This here, though, is my young juvenile Brachypelma albiceps. And of course, when a lot of the young spiders slaying into young juvies, a lot of them are kind of a dull brown color, like this one. But obviously, as it gets older, it will become a very beautiful tarantula. So as this one ages, we're going to start to see the carapace turn a cream color, and the abdomen will be have red hairs, and then the legs will be black. So it'll be a very beautiful specimen. But right now, just kind of a dull color. But as many of you already know, Brachypelma is my favorite genus. So that's why I have several different species of it. So I really wanted an albiceps, and I finally did get one. So I was very happy to have this one. Let's see, I'm trying to think how many times this one has molted in my care. I think twice. I got it when it was sling, but now it's I guess you could call it now a juvenile. It's about 2 inches now. So, yeah, sweetheart. And there you have it. Nice laid back Brachypelma here. Alright. Next up, I thought I'd handle my Phrixotrichus scrofa. This one molted about a couple of weeks ago. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful this is. Used to be Paraphysa. Now it's Phrixotrichus. What you think? Can be a little runny at times, but pretty laid back otherwise. But yes, a very good eater. Oh, aren't you gonna show yourself? You do, and then you disappear. Aw. You being shy, or you just don't like the light? Yeah. Such a beautiful tea. Cute as all get out. Very beautiful. Come on, walk around a little bit. Show yourself. So gorgeous. Already has its adult coloration. And this species, or this specimen here, is only about maybe 2.5 inches. Slightly larger than the albiceps that you saw previously. Very nice. Yeah. There we go. Very beautiful. And that's why when you hold your tarantula, you do it very close to the ground. That way they don't harm themselves when they do decide to get off of you. Because a fall could potentially kill your tarantula, especially terrestrial, because their abdomens are so big. But could kill any spider. There you go. Alright. And now I thought I'd handle my Grammostola rosea. This one's very runny for a Grammostola, but of course it is just a sling. This specimen here is about 1.5 inches. What a cutie with a big booty. Actually a very good eater. This is one I usually put injured prey in there most of the time, and it eats it. But sometimes it'll take down live prey. but it does just fine with injured or pre-killed prey as well. See, spiders are scavengers too. Very beautiful, and will get even more beautiful. We'll have the pink carapace just like the portery. The only big difference is that there's a lot more red on this one. The portery, you know, has grayish brownish colored legs, and the pink carapace, but the Rosalia has reddish hairs all over the legs and abdomen, and the carapace is pink also. But yeah, I'm glad they actually did change the name, I guess, with this one. I kind of makes it a little less confusing. So most of the time I get kind of annoyed when names change, but I'm glad they did it with this one, I guess, the more I think about it. Such a sweetie. Such a cutie with a big booty. Alright. Alright, we'll move on. Here's my Brachypelma armore, the Mexican red knee. Still hasn't molted for me. Abdomen's not dark yet. Sure is swollen though, my goodness. It's going through a huge fasting period despite it being so swollen, but it's not dark. But you know, brackies are in molt for pre-molt for such a long time. Anyway, but as you can see, still light, even though it's swollen. And definitely not very active right now. He just lets me pet him. I don't know the gender on this one. Look at that. Very laid back. Got to be very gentle. Yep. It's not as vibrant looking as it usually is. I think it's getting there, but it's taking a long time. Doing great. Alright, we'll move on. Here's my larger of the two, Asian forest scorpion, the H. spinifer. He or she has been very skittish, and I think it barely stung me. I mean, it was so, just a barely, like someone just barely touched me with a needle. So it obviously didn't go all the way in my skin. But I'm a noob when it comes to scorpions. But doesn't hurt at all. But like I said, I don't even think it went all the way in. But yeah, this one's been kind of runny, and but I was like, no, I'm holding you today. More willing to take a risk with one of these guys than even some of my New World tarantulas. But yeah, just wanted to give you an update on this one. Doing just fine. Pretty much stays in its hide, except at night. Nighttime's the only time it comes out. Not much of a good eater either. I found a dead cricket in its enclosure. It hadn't even eaten it. So, but doing really well, as you can see. Alright. Sorry the lighting isn't too great. It's kind of a glare. But I'm also having to hold the camera kind of in an awkward way also. But, yeah. Alright, we'll move on. This is the Theraphosis sturmi that I'm going to be giving away to my friend. But I decided to postpone it because it's just too hot outside. And even with a cool pack, I think it would be just too risky to mail this tea in almost 100-degree weather. Even if it's only for the overnight shipping. I just don't want to risk it. So I'm going to wait a few more days and then I'll mail it. She's doing great. Alright. You see that little bit of blue down there? That is my blue Fang. Ephebopus sanionathus. Now we can see. Oh, now you're hiding it. Shame on you. But there it is. Just like to look at those vibrant blues. Raise your hand if you want to see my larger Psalmopoeus cameradry eat. Does she ever attack with calmness? Oh man, she does. She always attacks with gusto. You never see a calm attack from this one. She is always hungry. Good for her. She's definitely one of my star eaters. Always fun to watch. You enjoy that.